Oh, fucking damn it. Okay, so initial impressions, very big, very heavy, pretty heavy box for the size of the box, and obviously as you saw it came in 2 levels. First impressions, I've got some reservations about the grey paint around here. You know, which is, you know, if that had been mud or something, if he'd had muddy shoes, I could have understood it, but it looks like the colour of this has bled into the colour of this. But that's not a deal breaker for me. Very concrete-like skin. The base, not particularly exciting, although I do like the red parts, which you'll see when we get onto the close-up, and the part of the Justice League emblem. He's quite an imposing figure. He'll go well with my DC collection. I'm going to have him up next to Doomsday with, you know, the heroes squaring off against them. Like the pose. I quite like the Cheetos hand. I know George is going to take the mick out of me because of that, but you know, I guess that's trying to show his power starting to materialise as he's doing it, with his eyes red. Again, 2 face sculpts, or 2 head sculpts I should say. I think I'd probably prefer this one, the more stoic one. I don't really understand grey teeth, but then maybe I don't know the character well enough. Maybe he's got grey teeth in the comics, but for me, no, it's not the best paint job I've ever seen. It's okay, it's not a deal breaker like I say, but some of it is a bit unusual, which we'll get through to in the close-ups. So let's get in close and see what we think. Figure, let's get in close and have a look. So we'll start off in the traditional place at the base. So we've got this sort of concrete base where it looks like we've got some sort of lava underneath that's where it's got very hot, presumably from his power that maybe he's just used. There's some sort of moulding in there that he's trod on. Very much like the Justice League emblem. Looks, I think it's made of brass or something like that, and then down here again you can see where it's been literally just melted in half or in quarters, whatever it is. But nice colours, very, very metal looking, looks really good. And then the sort of I'm getting a bit sick of concrete bases, to be perfectly honest, but you know, they all look this. There are bits in this where, you know, that doesn't look like rebar. It looks like it might have been, you know, something, some sort of robotic thing that he's crushed in this, but it doesn't really come across because it's all pretty much the same colour, which is really the tale of this statue in a way. There's only really 3 colours, or well, 4 I suppose, in the whole thing if you count the Cheeto hands, but we'll get to those in a minute. So here we go with the boots. So massive feet, you know, probably they look similar in size to Juggernaut's feet. Again, you can see some weathering on them, and the creases in them, a dark blue colour. As we go up, you'll see the mega sign here. And again, you know, armoured boots, big kneecap sticks out, not necessarily in the right place for where his kneecap is, mind you. It's sort of to the side of where his kneecap is, or maybe not. That's probably not his kneecap. That's my knowledge of anatomy. That's his muscles above it. His kneecap is obviously in behind that. Again, lots of creases. Looks very realistic, the boots. Yeah, sort of leather look to them, although they look armoured at the same time. If you look at the thickness of the knee pads, for example. Skin, very concrete-like. Looks really good, actually. Nicely detailed. Lots of veins and lines running through it. All the way around. Very, very big thigh muscles. So big I thought they were a knee. And then we get to the bit that, you know, I'm not so enthused about. I don't know how well this is going to pick up on camera, but, you know, why is that grey paint on the bottom of his sort of tunic all of the way around? It looks like it's been done deliberately for some reason, but I don't really understand. Is it space dust? Is that what it's supposed to be? I'd be interested to know what it's meant to be, but it just comes across like the colour, the guy sprayed it and it's gone over the bottom of what he'd already done. That's what it looks like to me in terms of the paint. We go up to his tunic. Again, these sort of Omega sort of type things engraved into his uniform. Very, very muscular chest. And again, I like the pose, this sort of regal pose with his arm behind his back. What an arm, look at the size of that. That looks like the Medina Lorian having just completed a workout. And again, very strong back, shoulder pads, and incredibly muscular arms. And then again, we come to another controversial part of the statue. Let's get in close. So this is Cheeto hand. I guess, yeah, again, I'm not massively familiar with the character, if I'm honest, but I guess this is meant to be a representation of his power starting to build up. It looks okay, you know. If it's his power starting to build up in his hand, then why is it creeping down his wrists like this? Yeah, I mean, it's okay, like I say. I think I'd have preferred it just the same colour as the rest of the glove, to be perfectly honest with you. And then I'm having to stand up now. This is so tall. So we come around to his portrait. So this is the sort of stoic look. This is probably how I'll display it most of the time. Sorry for the wobbling around. There we go. So pretty grumpy. But he is Darkseid with his blue helmet. And again, there's some texture here, some shading. But again, for me, maybe it's the character, but it's a pretty flat paint job all the way around. Not many colours, not too much shading. You've got shading here. You know, this looks really good. but it's just that. Why is that grey dust there? Now we'll put the exclusive head on. Let's just take that one off. Not sure which one's the exclusive and which one's the collector's edition. Maybe George will put a graphic up next to that so that you can know. So this is the sort of the grimacing look, but again, the teeth are sculpted well, but I think, why are they grey? You know, I don't really understand that. Eyes are good. I'm not sure if that's painted or a decal that's in there, but it works, whatever it is, same as it does on the other one. And that is the Darkseid Maquette from Sideshow Studios. What do you think, guys? Like and subscribe, and please leave a comment in the notes.